But we've just had a wee chat with Tracy Roxburgh from the Mountain Scene, and there's one particular story that really caught my eye about these. It's a very much a Queenstown story, but there are two local men, fearless skiers, you'd have to call them. Their names are Will Roundtree and Pete Oswald. And as Tracy mentioned, they are going to be taking on the unprecedented task of skiing every single line of the infamous Alta Cirque Freeski area on the Remarks in a single day this winter. And this is going to take 14 hours. They'll do it within 14 hours. So they're going to do this through the night. I mean, it's heroic. Now, they're just in the planning stages now, but they're hoping that this is going to happen quite soon. They're having a bit of a launch party for the mission next Wednesday at Queenstown's Altitude Brewing Bar, and that's from 6 p.m. to... It's going to be filmed, this as well, and I figured it'd be great to talk to the filmmakers about just the challenges that you have in shooting something like this. I mean, for goodness sakes, you are talking some inhospitable terrain right here. I mean, imagine climbing 4,000 vertical metres on foot and then skiing 40 to 50 degree terrain down the 10 chutes that surround beautiful Lake Alta. Incredible. It'll be a world first if they pull it off, and they'll join the ranks of other Alta Cirque world records, such as a man called Paul Ahern, a skier called Paul Ahern. In 1995, he skied a 225-foot cliff drop, for goodness sakes. I mean, incredible. Some of my lunch is on my lip, excuse me, I'm just wiping it off. Lucky you can't see me. So Roundtree actually is an avid skier, obviously, but funnily enough, he also works as safety officer at the Remarkables, and so he kind of cottoned on to this idea when he was locked down during COVID and, well, things were a bit quiet. And he thought, right, how can I push the boundaries? What can I do to sort of challenge myself? And then he chatted to an old mate, longtime friend and a fellow free skier, and his name's Pete Oswald. And the two of them locked into the idea and went, righto, let's give this a crack. So, you know, it'll be a real challenge. They'll have to look out for the threat of avalanches, fatigue, obviously, 14 hours of skiing really, really steep drops on the Remarks, and injury, of course, to try to come away with the title of conquering the slopes. And the coolest thing is that we've got a Queenstown production company, video production company, Storyworks, which is going to follow these guys every step of the way. Well, that's the plan anyway, and capture the Kiwi spirit of adventure. Imagine how visual that will be. It'll be a stunner, and get some pretty amazing action shots of their journey. Incredible. I hope this all comes off, but if it does, it'll be one heck of a watch and a great achievement for these two guys, Will and Pete. So on the line to talk a little bit further about this is Josh Wallace from Storyworks. Kia ora, Josh. How are you today?
Hello. Hi, Leanne. How
Hello.
you doing?
I'm well.
Hi.
Thanks for interrupting your busy day.
No problem.
That's good. Now, I'm just giving listeners a bit of a preamble to what this entails. It's pretty full on, and it's 14 hours. How did Storyworks get on board?
So we made a film about Pete, I think 2 years ago, called Ski for Trees. And then he's good friends with Will, and Will, who works up at the Remarkables and looks up at the Alta Cirque on a daily basis, had this idea to try and, hike and ski all of the known lines up there, all of the main 10 lines. So, yeah, they got talking. They were going to do it, and then they just thought, well, yeah, maybe we should capture this and make a film, and they contacted us, and we were originally going to do this last year, but we got scuppered with lockdown in the week that we were going to do it. So it's been on the back burner for a while, but now we're giving it another go, and we're getting everything in place to try and shoot it in the next few weeks. Right,
so it could happen quite soon if all goes well.
Hopefully as soon as we can. It's just obviously we need the right snow conditions. We need safe snow and decent snow. And then we need a nice sunny day, so yeah, and then we need all the film crew to be available and ready on the day that all the stars align, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, you do. You need a good dose of luck, don't you? It's a lot of factors to consider, because you wouldn't want to do it on a gnarly, overcast, windy day. Well, it wouldn't be possible, and it wouldn't look good either.
No, exactly, and probably the snow safety is the big one. So yeah, as I mentioned, he works in snow safety up at the Remarkables, so a big part of his job is just checking conditions and, mitigating avalanche risk and all that stuff. So, yeah, they need awesome snow to ski on, and it needs to be as safe as it can be. And then, we want sunshine and no wind so that we can make it look as nice as we can.
Exactly. I mean, it'll be, you're a man of the mountains yourself, but I imagine the challenges of filming this won't be small. Like a bit of a big mission for Storyworks to pull this all off.
Yeah, we love a challenge. We love it. We love tackling these sort of missions with a bit of logistics and planning involved. But no, we'll need to do it safely is the main thing. So we'll have a safety officer and only sort of train people going up into the the higher parts of the mountain, and then a lot of it will be from down on the lake level, and then we'll use drones where we can as well.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it should be fantastic. So I guess 14 hours. What about nighttime though? How I guess you need lots of lights, and you'll need a pretty big team, won't you?
Yeah, it'll be. I don't know. Hopefully there'll be eight to 10 of us. I think we've got some pretty amazing cameras these days that do a good job of almost seeing in the dark, and then they'll start early to get up to the top to sort of do the first drop when the light's nice, so they'll start, I don't know, maybe around 7:30 in the morning when they'll drop in, and then so we'll have a little bit of light then, and then they'll just go as fast as they can. But it's a huge undertaking for these guys. The climbing alone is huge, and then by the time they get to those last few lines, the legs will be like jelly, I imagine.
Oh yeah.
So no, it's a big undertaking. It's really cool what they're doing. So yeah.
Yeah, it'll be amazing. So next week, so you've got this launch party, which I mentioned in the prelim, so next Wednesday. So do you want as many people as possible to sort of come along and get behind it?
Yeah, we do. We're just we've got a couple of fantastic local sponsors who have come on board to help us achieve the film. Altitude Brewing is one, Taco Medic's another. And yeah, we're throwing a bit of a party just to get some people in and get a little bit of a buzz going and also support our sponsors. The skiers themselves are quite humble guys. They tend to not want to talk about it too much until they've actually done it. But as filmmakers, we're trying to get a little bit of, bit of buzz going and a bit of support behind them, get a bit of interest in the community about what they're doing. The other thing about the film, which also excites me a lot, Leanne, is that we're celebrating kind of the heritage and the history and a lot of the amazing things that have happened up there over the years. So there's some really cool stories and, legends of New Zealand free skiing have cut their teeth, I guess, and earned their stripes up in the Alta Cirque. And it is a special place, it's incredible backcountry terrain, but it's, quite accessible being, just right there at the remarkable ski field. So there's some amazing stories, and that's what we're going to do is we're going to interview some of these people who've done cool stuff over the years, and each time the boys do one of the lines, we'll sort of have a story from, something that's happened there over the years. Paula Hearn set a world record doing a cliff drop up there in, I think, 95, so we want to hear about that. Jeff Small did an incredible line from the top of Double Cone, so I don't think that's been replicated. So, there's all these great stories that we're going to weave in, so it's sort of like paying homage to the past and to what a great arena it's been for New Zealand free skiing up there, as well as this modern day mission that the boys are undertaking on top of it. I
reckon. I can't wait to see it. Like, how visual will it be? It'll be incredible. Remarkables, it really does provide. I mean, the pictures you get from these free skiers and like just how steep it is. It blows my mind. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's spectacular. It is. It's an awesome place. And that's a big part of Will's original motivation for taking on this mission, was just to sort of, pay homage and celebrate the amazing place that it is.
That's right. I mean, you've had a lot of experience in the past, Josh. I mean, you started out as making snowboard movies around the world, didn't you, with Ben Ruffle?
Oh yeah, that's I pulled that off the shelf the other day, and it's almost 20 years. It'll be the 20-year anniversary of 3 Degrees, which was the first snowboard film that Ben and I made in Queenstown, 2002. So yeah, I had a good nudge at snowboard films back then, Leanne. But then I decided I should probably earn some money and get a real job. So then I moved into, working in television.
Yeah, right. Well, and making wonderful productions, and Storyworks. What a success story! Just quickly, I know you've got to go because you're always busy, but you are a success story of the region. And how are you finding the winter? Like, it is feeling more buzzy here, isn't it? And the Aussies are back. Are you picking that up too within the company?
You think? Yeah, thank you for your kind words, Leanne.
True.
Yeah, it has. It's been a little tough this year. Things have been definitely quiet, and it's weird. I feel like May and June felt like an old school. Speaking of 20 years ago, May and June felt a bit like a shoulder season that we used to have.
Yeah.
Where things were just a bit quiet. But no, I think definitely the last month or so things are picking up for us. I mean, we've undertaking this ski film off our own backs, which keeps us busy. But no, I do feel there's some positivity returning, and yeah, it's good to see some visitors coming back to town, and the phone started ringing a bit more, which is nice.
Yeah, it's good. And, I hope people do get behind this latest mission that you're doing and support Pete and Will. They will be at peak fitness, excuse the pun, when they do this. I mean, good grief. I just...
Yeah, they love it. They're up at the mountains every wherever they can be to get the fitness in and get the training in. So, yeah, and just so we're going to... we're partnering with the Care Conservation Trust as well. So some of the proceeds that we make from the event at altitude on Wednesday night will go towards the Care Conservation Trust, which will help, hopefully,
the
give
Kia
back to the
bird.
mountains with it.
Yeah, you mean the KEA? Yeah, I was just wondering if
the KEA, those ones. Yeah.
I was wondering if you said
those cheap ones.
Care or Kia?
The Kia.
Kia. Yeah, the Kia are fantastic. Have you had much time, just before we go, have you had much time to get in the mountains this year for pleasure, for leisure, for fun?
Not heaps. I have young children, so I had an amazing day, first day up at Coronet Peak, where my 4-year-old decided that the magic carpet was boring and she wanted to hit the Meadows chairlift. So that was a big satisfying moment for me, because I don't have to do magic carpets ever again. So that's sort of where my skiing's at the moment.
But that's the loveliest time. I reckon there's nothing more lovely. I took a nephew up last year, and it was his second time, and just seeing their faces and how much thrill they get is really nice, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah. Absolutely.
So good for you. You're being a great dad, and all, and I guess you'll get. It's a good season, right? I mean, how good is it right now? The snow looks really good.
Oh, we're definitely off to a great start. Yeah, it's a really awesome start, which is cool. So yeah, we could do with a little more, but no, can't complain.
No, absolutely not. Well, all the best with everything, and good luck with this Ultra Cirque Freeski shoot. Sounds amazing. Thanks, Josh.
Cool.
Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Leanne.
Thank you. Josh Wallace from Storyworks in Queenstown, and he is the man who will be in charge of this particular shoot when it happens in the next few weeks, all going well, involving Will Roundtree and Peter Oswald, who will attempt these 10 lines up at the very top of the remarkable ski area. Incredible. What athletes they are. 14 hours, imagine it. Whew.